The 68th Tour of Romandie, run in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, opened up with a 5.57-kilometre prologue around the streets of Ascona. Mikhail Kwiatkowski of Omega Pharma Quickstep was the class of the field, defeating world time trial champion and teammate Tony Martin, and defending champ Chris Froome on his way to the leader's jersey. So the young Polish rider once more showing his talent, heading Australia's Rowan Dennis and Marcel Kittel in the standings. Stage 1 from Brigobad to Sion had its 200-kilometre route cut to just 88 because of heavy snow. What was intended to be a first sorting out of the GC contenders instead looked like being one for the sprinters. We join the action after a typical dig off the front by Thomas Voeckler. Can the French Europcar rider hold on? Rob Hatch and Magnus Backstedt talk us through the action.
500 metres to go. Thomas Voeckler takes the turn, accelerates into it, and here we go. He's under the finishing straight. The Frenchman being chased down by Rowan Dennis. 400 metres for Thomas Voeckler, the former French champion. Big ride this. He has the power uphill. He has the pedigree. No looking back now. Voeckler rides on. Europcar. Well, they take the mick out of him for taking so many of these turns. The tongue is out, look at him. But it's a big, big chase behind. And Michael Albertini's having a real go at it as well. It's Voeckler on the right, but he's going to be caught. This is a huge one for Orica Green Edge. Again, they get the win. And what a win it is. It's a Swiss win.
Stage 2 covered 166.5 kilometres from Sion into Montreux, and once more it was a day for the fast men.
A bit of elbow bunching at the front. Kwiatkowski's going to have a go for this, and the stage winner on the first day in the prologue. Kwiatkowski launches it, but it's Nizzolo right through the middle who's trying to push this home for Trek Factory Racing. Nizzolo in the black on the left-hand side, but it's Albertini. 2 from 2 from him. And on our third visit to Montreux, we have a first ever Swiss winner in the town on the Swiss Riviera.
Albertini making it back-to-back wins, the local rider also taking the overall lead. Kwiatkowski in second, 5 seconds behind, with Garmin's Navadauskas in third. Stage 3 was the Queen stage of this year's tour. The 180-kilometre parcours from Bouveret to Egg, with 4 categorised climbs, was ready to sort out the top of the GC. Out of the group of favourites, Astana's Vincenzo Nibali was the first to show his hand.
And here comes Vincenzo Nibali. Well, there's talk about him attacking on the descent. Chris Froome's going to decide to try and follow him this time. And that's interesting. Froome tweeting as soon as he was at the team bus this morning, ready for whatever Nibali does. And of course, he knew that the Italian was going to try and set the tone today.
Yeah, I think there was a new hashtag going out there was this morning, what does Nibali do? This is what Nibali's up to. He's certainly going for a bit of a leg tester and seeing where everyone else is at. And we've got to remember as well that this man is probably the best descender in the peloton today. Certainly out of the guys that are able to go uphill in a quick way, should we call it. Chris Froome, though, not really panicking, just putting a little bit more pressure on and just riding his way, grinding his way back on towards Nibali.
Well, the Tinkoff Saxo rider that's following him, in fact, is not Nicholas Roach, it's Rafa Majka. Voeckler being distanced. There's Nicholas Roach at the back. Not great news for the Irishman, but he's got plenty of time here. Well, Vincenzo Nibali hasn't had a win yet this year. Chris Froome
Nibali's cracked.
Is riding away from the shock of Messina. Well, Froome fans, nervous all week, wondering what the state of their hero was going to be like. Here we see it, and Chris Froome looks on phenomenal form today.
Katusha's Simon Spilak joined Froome after passing a suffering Nibali. The Tour de France champion and the Slovenian kept a minute's advantage over the chasers, contesting the finish together.
There is that final little bend, 200 metres to go. Chris Froome goes, but off his wheel bounces. It's Simon Spilak taking on the inside. Froome on the right with the black and blue, but it's Spilak at the minute who's half a wheel ahead. Spilak and Froome going for it. The sprint is still on here. Spilak on the right going, Froome gaining, but it's Spilak who takes the win.
Spilak by a tired's width, and the Katusha rider also heading the GC by just a second from Froome. Rui Costa and Nibali over a minute in arrears. The Team Sky rider laying down an important marker over one of his most dangerous Tour de France rivals. Stage 4 was a 174-kilometre circuit stage around Fribourg. A 5-man breakaway, including Verkler, Albacini and Jan Bakelants, opened up a gap of over 6 minutes, which the peloton never managed to close.
.500 metres to go. It's slightly downhill here. Albacini is the man at the front for the Swiss nation. And, of course, with 400 metres to go for Orica Green Edge. 2 wins already this week, the favourite, but it's good tactics from those behind. They're making him lead this out. They have the time to do so. 300 metres to go. Bakelants thinks about it. Vauclair's going to have a go. Ready to jump. Here we go. Vauclair jumps it out, but it's Albacini who leads it out from the front straight away. At the moment, nobody can catch him. Albacini on the left-hand side and the right. Looks as though he's the strongest. Albacini will take this. 3 from 5. Win number 20. And, well, never in doubt, was it?
The final stage, an 18.5-kilometre time trial around Neuchâtel, was dominated by Froome. The Team Sky rider had to gain just a single second over race leader Spilak, but his time of 24 minutes 50 seconds was enough to secure the stage ahead of Tony Martin by less than a second.
Chris Froome rides home to stage victory on the day and overall victory at the Tour de Romandie.
Spilak completing the stage 29 seconds behind Froome, but it was enough to guarantee him second spot on the final podium, ahead of world road race champion Rui Costa. Nibali ending the week 5th overall.
It was a really good test for me, and I'm just so happy to have got the result and to be back in a yellow jersey again. It's a really good feeling.